The modern search for a good life usually ends in paralysis. Every piece of advice you find contradicts the last, leaving you stuck between chasing impossible ideals and settling for a pragmatic balance you never actually chose. Long before the self-help industry, three architects engineered distinct life operating systems: Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. These weren't mere abstract theories, they were functional blueprints for human behavior. Think of your philosophy as a literal operating system. It dictates your daily inputs, defines your desired outcome, and forces you to accept specific, unavoidable trade-offs. This framework has a hard rule. Committing to one path requires you to actively abandon the methods and illusions of the alternatives. You simply cannot run these systems simultaneously. This flowchart provides our map. To see which system fits your life, we'll examine their conflicting views on goodness and align them with specific modern psychological profiles. The interrogator branch represents a life defined by the relentless deconstruction of falsehoods. In contrast, the architect seeks a life of perfect static structure, while the biologist prioritizes functional, adaptive growth. A worthwhile life emerges from selecting the specific set of trade-offs you are most willing to live with. System 1 belongs to Socrates. His method is a relentless, logical audit of every belief you hold. This system requires a single difficult input: the willingness to subject your personal assumptions and societal norms to radical skepticism. This process forces a level of intellectual integrity where you finally confront the limits of your own knowledge. You stop lying to yourself about what you actually understand. But here is the trade-off. This system offers no positive blueprint for what to build once your old beliefs are gone. It clears the ground, but it doesn't provide the bricks, and it often creates friction with everyone around you. Socrates provides a necessary diagnostic tool for your life, but it cannot function as a complete operating system for daily action. That brings us to System 2, Plato. He is the architect, building a top-down system based on absolute standards. To Plato, the messy physical world is an unreliable copy. Reality lives in a transcendent realm of perfect forms, ideals of truth, beauty, and goodness that never change. In this system, good is structural. It is static, the ultimate standard against which everything is measured. To run this system, you must dedicate your mind to transcending material concerns. You are constantly training yourself to see past the shadows to grasp these perfect ideals. The result is a life of absolute clarity. Every action you take is guided by an unwavering top-down purpose. But the cost is a divided self. By constantly measuring your existence against a perfect ideal, your actual life will always feel inadequate and disappointing. Plato offers a perfect sense of direction, but it comes with the heavy burden of permanent dissatisfaction with the real world. Aristotle rejected the idea of a static, perfect universe. He approached life like a biologist, focusing on how things actually grow and function. Goodness here isn't a transcendent form, it is functional flourishing. Aristotle called this eudaimonia, the success of fulfilling your specific purpose. The input for this system is the active cultivation of virtues through daily habits. You don't think your way to goodness, you practice it. The core mechanic of this OS is the golden mean. You must find the moderate path between behavioral extremes in real time. This calibration point shifts depending on your situation. Finding the mean requires constant mental effort because there is no one-size-fits-all answer. The outcome is a unified life. You are integrated with your community and practical reality rather than fighting against it. The trade-offs are high maintenance. There is no finished, perfect state where you can stop working. The continuous calibration is exhausting, and your success is tied to the health of your community. Aristotle's system trades the romance of perfection for the achievable reality of sustainable worldly balance. This is the ultimate clash. Plato demands you organize your life around a fixed, perfect structure. Aristotle demands you organize it around functional growth and adaptation. To decide which operating system to install, you have to look at your current frustrations. This scorecard maps each system to a specific life stage. Use the Socratic system if you are the transitioner. If you feel trapped by societal expectations and need to tear down old foundations, this clears the path. even if it leaves you temporarily uncertain. Choose the Platonic system if you are the visionary. If you thrive on absolute rules and rigorous structural hierarchies, you can reach incredible heights, provided you can live with chronic dissatisfaction. Opt for the Aristotelian system if you are the pragmatic builder. This is for someone who wants a life of habits and community, accepting the lack of romantic perfection for the sake of sustainable happiness. Be careful. Trying to mix these without understanding their contradictions leads to the very paralysis you're trying to escape. They are separate systems for a reason. Audit your own life, accept the trade-offs of your chosen path, and deliberately install the philosophical operating system that serves your true goals.